even had to tell myself this, bro. You are not stuck. Your mind is stuck. You're stuck mentally. You have a mental block. You're not stuck physically nowhere. And nobody got no chains of shackles on you. Ain't nobody restricting you to stay in one position in one spot. Nobody is forcing you to make the same mistake every fucking day. That's you doing that shit. You could blame it on the devil, your past experience, your trauma. I don't care, your generational curses. I don't care what you want to blame it on. You got a decision every single day to be unstuck, bro. No matter how many times, like what Sauce Walker said, man, I don't care how many times you went to sleep broke and you could wake up rich. Some of y'all might see this channel and think it's stagnant. The numbers is dropping. But when I start hitting 100K, and then people gonna be, how you do it? Because I always saw that. I always saw the numbers before they came. I'm trying to talk to ChatGPT these past months. Like, why is my channel, is it dead? Is it this and that? Is it because it got demonetized? And I'm like, no. Because I was thinking about making a new channel and doing all this extra shit. I'm like, fuck that. I'm doubling down. I haven't even been posting consistently on this page for 2 months, 3 months. So all I got to say is, bro, like, you're not stuck. And this is just, I'm going to apply it to what I'm going through and what I deal with and what I work on. But you can apply these same things to your life. You can't, it's not that it's hard for you to learn math. If you're trying to master math and whatever you're doing, some math shit, probably ain't a mathematician watching me. Because I'm illiterate to them, right? I'm not educated and shit, whatever the fuck they be talking about. And I ain't indoctrinated by they miseducation centers. Niggas think he's a scientist and they taught you how to do all these practices on not to heal people. Yeah, okay, Mr. Scientist, you went to school for 8 years to study chemicals. You big pharma goofy goober. Anyway, right? Niggas is goofy goobers out here, bro. And this is the thing with your mind, right? And where people feeling like they're stuck and they're in a loop, you're conscious of it. So you're obviously not stuck. If you were stuck, you wouldn't even be able to see that you stuck. That's the first step in breaking out the loop. The moment you realize, man, I'm doing the same shit, you just broke out of it. But then you chose to do it again. It's on you to choose the loop again, bro. You don't have to do the same things every day. I grew up where there's trees and water. Now I'm in the desert. But even this reality, I'm like, I could switch this up too. I've been here 6 years. I've been in the desert for 6 years. I grew up trees and water for 19, 18 years. You feel me? One thing I will say about this life is nobody gives a fuck about how stuck you are. Everybody is dealing with their own shit. So if you don't find a way how to get out of it, you just gonna be looping. Can't nobody tell you nothing to unstuck your shit. So even you watching this video, right? Something has to activate within you just to switch the algorithm. Once you see how easy it is to live a different life than the current reality that you're living in, you're gonna cater all your energy towards that. For example, right? Let me give you an example. I could always see myself living in my own space, having my car, doing what I want every day. But when I was in Oakland at 17, 16, homeless and had nowhere to sleep and just fucked up, I knew that reality was possible, so I went for it, even though it wasn't like given to me. But the way paved open. If I would have been like, bro, that's impossible, bro. I ain't gonna be able to move. I ain't gonna be able to do this. I ain't gonna be able to do this. And I would have made myself stay in the situation. Like I had an example of this when I was about to move to AZ, right? And when I was in the Bay, I called my mom. Like I went to LA for a few days. I had $1,300. I went to LA, blew 1,000, and I'm like, hey mom, let me come back home and stack it for a little bit. Then I'm moved to AZ. She like, man, you can't come back here home, but ain't really nowhere to stay. I know I couldn't call my pops. That nigga live in the studio, alcoholic. He about done. You know what I'm saying? Mom Duke's taking care of my nieces and my sister. So I'm like, yo, nigga, I can't go. And my sister got Pookie and them around the house. So I'm like, I can't even go over there. So Nigga had to make the decision. I really had no fucking choice. I felt like I got betrayed, but I'm happy she pushed me out there. You know what I'm saying? Because there was nothing left for me there at home. But when I have kids, they gonna always be able to come back to the house. You feel me? But I'm gonna push them to do more. They're not even gonna wanna be under me. But for me, I needed a place to stay because I was homeless. And I didn't have a stable home. You know what I'm saying? Now I always had somewhere to lay my head though, because the universe looked out for me, bro. So I stayed with friends until I was able to. I stayed with friends. I stayed with one friend, my partner. You know what I'm saying? And his family allowed me to stay with him, right? And as I got older, he went to college and shit like that. That's when I'm like, I gotta figure this shit out. But I ended up not figuring it out, and I just went to Arizona with bro in college, and I was staying in his dorm. But as soon as I got out here, they kicked me out too. If I was in a stuck mentality, I would have went back home to what I knew. I created off of that. I kept creating. Why? Because I always knew where I wanted to be. Now I tell this story a lot because it's important to know, like, there's people that experience feeling like they were stuck and got out of it. You're not the only fucking person that feels stuck. And I've been getting through. I've been fucking getting through, bro. I got my black belt at 11. My dad used to always remind me of that shit. Like, you got your black belt at 11 years old. Like, that shit's crazy. And it wasn't that, oh, we gonna skip you up because you know what I'm saying? No, nigga. I had to study forms. I had to study body parts. I had to do 5 versus 1 fights, 2 versus 1 fights, knife fights, gun fights. I did all this shit at 11. I performed on the stage. Y'all know how y'all be watching anime? I'm really at the Cookie Iljon. I forgot what it's called. The Cookie one. I really was at them tournaments, bro. Like, I went to Sacramento and competed in them tournaments and got the belt from the Ugun and them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they call. I was just saying Ugun and shit, but the Cookie wand is really that's the karate, like the karate thing, right? I don't know how it is now, but everybody that's sanctioned from their dojo, you gotta test at your dojo, then test at the in front of the officials. That's where you get stamped. So you pass your dojo test at the school class, then you go up there. It's probably way different now. It's probably some watered down, let everybody make it shit. Now the girl that was on my test, she got pushed through. Like, they just let her get through. She wasn't doing shit. She didn't do no push-ups. I remember this Mexican girl. Man, they was putting me though through a real black belt test, nigga. Like, her shit was like watered down, bro. You feel me? Cause I don't know if she was a girl or just cause, man, she was like a Mexican girl. To me, she seemed like an old Mexican girl, you know what I'm saying? But now that I'm thinking back at it, I was like 11. She probably was like 15, 16. But she looked like a mom already though. You know what I'm saying? You know how the Mexican ladies be, women sometimes be looking like, she looked at grown, bro. No, matter of fact, no, she was not 15. She had to be at least 20 something, bro. She had to be at least 20 something, but she was taking her black belt test with me. You know what I'm saying? And I had the red black shark. I know this video is supposed to be about being unstuck, but what I'm trying to tell you is, even when I was young, bro, I had to fight like grown men on this test, bro. If I would have froze or got stuck, like, it would have been a nigga, I wouldn't have passed. I wouldn't have got through. So me getting through situations like that, it's easier to get through in my life. I just didn't been through real close calls. So it's like, if you ain't presenting immediate danger to me, I'm not finna feel stuck at all. Fuck depression. Fuck all that goofy ass shit. That shit don't exist, bro. It's just energy that sometimes get on you and you gotta let that shit go. I've been depressed these past 6 months. That's why I didn't respect that Kots in that video. Shut the fuck up, nigga. My mental health. Shut your bitch ass up. All that sympathy farming, all that goofy ass shit. Nobody give a fuck that you got mental health, nigga. Niggas eating off that energy. The fact that you even said that and came out. And it's people trauma bonding with the energy too. I would never put myself in that position for niggas to think like, oh yeah, he's going through a mental health. Like, you might be able to look at me and be like, nah, he's crazy. Or you might be like, he a little off, or that nigga's in pain, or I can see in his eyes, or whatever. You can say some shit like that, but I'm not gonna be making a whole video in my multi-million-dollar mansion. Well, money doesn't mean anything. Nigga, don't you have all this in your life? Jesus, you got all this shit. Talking about, I just feel like I could do more. Yeah, because you want to sell your soul. Niggas don't be telling the truth. I'm going off on tangents, but that's what the fuck I do. I don't give a fuck.